do not start going nuts.
That's what she does. I'm guessing we've already started now. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Ed and Sick thing that we do occasionally, often. Sometimes he's not here and sometimes he is. But yeah, welcome to the show. It does say featuring Rags. Some of you who came earlier, it said featuring Rags without question marks. Now it says question marks because he's fucking AWOL. He said he'd have a nap and then he stayed napping. So he may turn up, he might not. If you've come for him, depends if you want to hang out.
It's the dog. It's the dog avatars. Where we sleep like dogs. That's why we choose the avatars.
What? Why do you keep pointing at my screen?
Chat.
I don't have chat there because the chat now live chats, so I got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
I thought there's no point in having a
I
live
was
chat.
gonna ask you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I was like, are you gonna keep it now that the top chat actually stays with the?
Well, it looks a bit shit with both of them. It looks good it's good when there's no chat there, but it's crap when the chat is live with it. I can't believe it's taken them that fucking long to figure out that one feature that probably has been asked for since the
Yeah,
start. But that's
yeah.
YouTube for you. Oh,
I reckon they've tried and failed many times
you
as
think
well.
that? Do you think? I mean, that was my theory. Is that there's literally one programmer there, and then just a bunch of hipsters.
When we hired all these women programmers, we forgot to ask if they knew how to program.
Just one, completely not just. He's not just balded from this. He's got like full body alopecia. It's this one
Yeah.
smooth man. He's just running around doing non-stop coding every day just to keep the website from falling down around his ears. And there is no bot as well.
When we're
He's
not
also
busy, when we're not busy firing coders, sometimes we're doing code.
yeah. So he finally got around to that, and it was a he. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, I
He's
don't want to say it.
he's the
Yeah.
one who keeps approving my videos. I'm sure because I got his back. But yeah,
Uh,
I wanted to talk a little bit about cryptocurrencies. I was gonna wait until Rags gets here because part of it is gaming related. But we have some articles as well if we want to do that in case he turns up, and if he doesn't turn up within I don't know an hour, then we'll just start that bit without him. I don't know.
all right.
But you said you had articles. Did you send them
Yeah,
to
I
me?
sent them to you on Twitter.
Oh god damn it!
I'm organised.
Oh, she's making me bring my Twitter up and everything. What a bitch! Doing nice things to keep my content at least not completely terrible. What have we got? Men are respond. What?
That one's a good one.
Which one?
That one. With a grenade on
With the grenade. Okay, so I can. Oh god, how does this shit work? There we go. We got the thing again, but you can't see it. But I'll send you a link. There we go.
Are you still using Are you still using OBS?
I am still using OBS because I learned how to use it, and I'll be damned if I'll. And it does. I still like the way OBS functions, and also
Okay.
I got a video capture card the other day, HDMI thing, so that I could play my PS3 because I like it, and I wanted to play Dragon's Crown because it's got really massive tits in it, and it's also actually quite a good game. Apart from the fact it likes to endlessly fucking explain things to you, which
I'm playing Shadow of Mordor right now, or Shadow of War.
I was gonna say, Shadow of Mordor is really good. Shadow of War, it's good until you get to like the last bit. I
Is
hear.
it? I haven't gotten to the last bit. It's good. It's really good so far.
It depends if you're happy to play to pay microtransactions. If you're
No.
happy to pay microtransactions, the end is fine. It's great. It's
Oh,
not
so
a
really,
tedious
it's gonna.
grind.
Oh, is it gonna pull that shit?
Yeah, that's the
I
exact
haven't. Yeah,
shit.
I haven't bought any microtransactions because I'm not fucking
I mean,
retarded.
I
But if
don't know if they've like patched it to make it into a what do you call it, a game with balance.
a
But
game, no, you're right. Stop that game.
yeah. Oh, people
Um,
say just use just use cheat engine when you get to the end, which is a reason that you don't have microtransactions in a single player fucking thing. because cheats exist, especially on PC, you fucking retards. Nobody's going to pay for something that should be a part of the fucking game. Right, so I need to send you this link. I'll send it to you on Twitter so that you know what it looks like. Oh,
Men are
man.
responsible for mass shootings.
Yeah, that's what it says. I fucked it up. I've reversed the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. Because I have got skills. Wait, why are you doing this now? What is this
Tell
shit?
that.
Go away. Stupid fucking thing. Made
What's
by
wrong?
Walmart.
How drunk are you already?
I'm not drunk. I'm anxious.
Why?
Because that's how I exist. I'm a
Okay.
walking, talking ball of anxiety.
All right.
And
Shaking.
walking,
got it.
vibrating ball of anxiety.
I got the link. Men are responsible for mass shootings. Tell that to the men who die in mass shootings.
They were extra responsible. Because if they weren't there to die, the mass shooting wouldn't have happened.
Who's going to kill a whole bunch of women at once?
Exactly.
Nobody.
Although you can't say Elliot Rogers because otherwise you get banned from Twitter.
He killed men too.
I bet he didn't mean to. And again,
All right.
I was telling a friend of mine about the fact that you got kicked off of Twitter for literally saying Elliot Rogers to someone.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Which I thought was pretty hilarious. So,
Yeah.
have you read this already?
A little
No.
bit.
Is it
Oh,
not you?
okay.
Shh.
Oh, God.
There's a woman here and she needs to be talked at. Is it funny or is this going to be a mistake?
No, it's a serious one.
Oh God.
I mean, she's just going to say majority men do it, so it's a man problem
Well,
because men do it.
Well, let's read anyway. Shootings, whether they're in Parkland, Orlando, or Las Vegas, or Sutherland Spring, I added an extra or fuck you, all tend to have one thing in common. It's not that they're done by mentally ill people. There is no true connection between people with mental health diagnosis and mass shootings, according to experts.
That's because you can't do much study on a brain when it's been blown all over the place. Most of them kill themselves.
The other thing is, like, health diagnosis, not mental health definitely having diagnosis. Like, well, if they haven't been diagnosed, they're probably not but getting treatment, so they're probably going to go and do a fucking mass shooting.
Notice how she put true connection in bold.
Yeah.
True connection. Yeah.
find-
A lot of them are dead before we can figure out what was wrong with them.
True connection does sound like sort of double speak. Oh, five chuffs for my favourite people. More silly babe articles. This one isn't babe, and it's less silly, unfortunately. But it was one that might be worth reading regardless, because fuck men.
Yeah, most crazy people don't think they're crazy, so they won't seek help. Hence, they won't get a diagnosis.
Wait, Sinatra's here. Ugh. I mean, hi Sinatra, how you doing? Sorry. Yeah. Or they're random.
Jesus, you are all over the place today, man.
I am all over the place today. I feel like I've sprung shit on myself by accident. I've been fucking killing myself for the last 2 hours.
Hi, Sinatra.
Killing yourself for the last 2 hours over what? What's wrong with you?
Obviously something. I'm just not. I'm not functioning properly at the moment. This isn't good. Can you not touch me, please? Seriously.
All right, get your shit together. Come on, we're on air.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's read your stupid article.
Radicalized minorities.
You failure.
Place travel bans on white men have committed more mass shootings than any other group or any other rhetoric we often hear from leaders. Although, how many planes have they flown into buildings?
Yeah, none of this shit matters. It's just that they're always men. Therefore, we have to have mandatory consent classes, and now we have to have mandatory don't shoot up a whole bunch of people classes for men.
Although the point of flying planes into building, that was my point, my own point. Did you ever see that one guy who tried to fly like a biplane into, it was like a reasonably small school building? Like, was it a school building? It was, I don't know what the building was, but it was this chunky quite tough-looking building, so it just had this sort of little aeroplane creamed into the side of it. I don't know what he was trying to achieve, but it's actually kind of funny to look at. Don't know if he died, but
I think he probably died.
I imagine that they did, because
He got pancaked into a wall.
it was literally like fucking in Grand Theft Auto, the original one. You had the pavement pizza effect. It was that with an aeroplane. Not quite Acme flat, but fucking close. It was one of the weirdest things I think I've ever seen. And just came to mind. I imagine a white guy did that, but it wasn't exactly a successful
It was probably
attempt.
a white guy. Yeah, white guys are shit at flying airplanes into buildings.
No. They've got to learn from the best.
They got to pick up Islam. Okay, so let's start talking about the culture of toxic masculinity that makes men believe they should get a gun and shoot people with it. She's already fucking up huge here. We live in a culture that worships men with guns. You can probably think of many off the top of your head. John Wayne. Yeah, when you watch a John Wayne movie, you want to murder innocent people. Indiana Jones, same thing. James Bond, seriously. James
Indiana
Bond.
Jones. How many times?
How many fucking times? Sometimes, yeah, he does.
He shoots one guy who has a sword. That's like a.
Well, he shoots a gun.
He shoots it a bit, but it's not like the focus.
Remember Indiana Jones shoots up a school? You remember that? That's like the fifth one.
I remember the James Bond one where he shoots up an orphanage.
Yeah.
But that's not the same.
John Wayne. That was back in the cowboy days. You know, all those cowboy movies. So he just shot up a bunch of slaves.
Well, that's true.
Shot up
Do you know
a
what?
bunch of free
I said
slaves.
John Wayne, and my brain went to Clint Eastwood for some reason. Like,
Yeah,
got
Clint
those two
Eastwood was-
confused because I'm
Similar
stupid.
ballpark.
No, he was the John Wayne of our day, of my dad's day, anyway.
When everyone was angry and cops had to be real men.
Yeah. So I guess where's the foundation for that? Okay, we've ruled out mental illness somehow. We've ruled out radicalization. So is it John Wayne?
It's John Wayne.
Is that the problem?
Like, when you look at the shooting things, like, America has guns, but there's other countries that have similar proportions of guns that don't have the shootings. And America has video games, but everywhere has fucking video games, and the same thing doesn't happen. So, like, someone tried to... Other countries have mental health as well. Yeah, okay. Mental health issues. People have mental health issues. Okay, but how do they treat them? That's a completely... Just saying that mental health exists beyond your country doesn't fucking cover that one. And I'm like...
Yeah. Do you want to bring in Sinatra?
Oh, well, I guess. But he's got to stop. He's got to promise not to be a faggot.
Oh, well, he's probably going to be a faggot, but I'll invite him anyway.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling particularly mean to him recently.
Oh, really?
No particular
Why?
reason. No particular reason.
Oh, okay.
I just get like that sometimes. It's like me and
I thought there was
Gemini.
going to be drama, maybe some blood sports.
No. It's got nothing to do
There's
with
nothing
drama.
you can do about me being a faggot. It's a joke.
What's up, dude?
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm all
We're trying to
fucked
get
up
to
in
the
the head or
article,
something.
but Sir Six losing his mind, I think.
Yeah. I'm not-
You just said something kind of interesting. That other countries have similar amount of guns that we do. That's
Yeah.
not even close, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
Canada
We are
had a
almost
similar-
we are almost 1-to-1 gun per person in this fucking country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
but-
Mexico, but we all end up getting those.
And we don't even we are I think 5-fold
Wait, so
more
are you
arms than the next
are
country.
you proposing gun control then?
No, I fucking
I
I think
know.
people should own Tomahawk missiles if they want to. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Frank. I keep going to Frank. Sinatra's one of those.
Yeah.
Sinatra's one of those.
Yeah, you
Frank
own whatever
Sinatra
the fuck you
probably
want.
was too.
Yeah, I think Frankie probably didn't care if you had a Tommy gun or two under your bed.
He sang about it once, but they censored that. That's a long lost Sinatra song.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's
Really?
"Fly Me to the F-16."
Yeah, I was
Oh,
trying to think of something like that too.
Oh, you had me there. Fuck. I was like, really? That sounds
All right,
really
so
interesting.
we have so far we figured out it's not mental illness that causes mass shootings.
Can I
and
get a
it's-
link to this article?
Yeah, it's not mental illness. It's not radicalization, but it is John Wayne and James Bond.
I mean, okay. Last time I went to see an action movie, I did shoot up 12 schools on the way home.
There is something to that though, because my carry pistol is the James Bond pistol, and I'm gonna feel
You have a
so
Walter
bad.
PPK.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel
You're such a
badass if I
faggot.
ever need to pull that out.
No, but you're not going to look badass because you're quite bulky and it's a really small gun. You're going to look like you're holding a woman's gun. James Bond can pull off the Walter PPK because he's svelte,
Yeah, I'm not very
and you're
svelte.
just going to look a bit silly. You're going to look like you have one of those ones that come out of a boot.
Yeah, it is a good gun.
One of the things I'm looking into is like saying, well, if it's not mental illness, you're saying that people who can't differentiate between reality and the fiction of film.
Are you saying that
That's
those
it.
people
That's-
aren't
That's
normal?
it. So if it,
Here's the thing: you would also have to not understand the reality of reality, because you're shooting up a school full of people is not what these people do. So, like, can you imagine somebody you would have to have a mental illness, like somebody
see,
who's
like, you're
just
watching,
seeing
like you're
all
watching
the
James
bad
Bond,
guys.
like, you know,
yeah.
and then you're just like, I want to shoot up a school.
Everybody, he's just seeing all the bad guys from True Grit and just pulling the trigger like crazy.
I do find it a little bit funny that Hollywood and Silicon Valley.
Just dropped all his guns.
I just dropped paperwork for my new gun, and I'm not kidding.
Oh, that's true.
Hollywood and Silicon Valley are the most pro gun control, yet half of their fucking business, half of their income is based off of gun video games, violent fucking movies. But
It does seem like an odd juxtaposition, but I don't think the people that greenlight it give a fuck. The people who are greenlighting the movie is like, okay, money. That makes money, that doesn't make money. It's the people who are in them, and I mean, that's still really fucking hypocritical. Don't be in them.
Matt Damon wants to leave the United States because of all the guns. Jason Bourne Damon thinks the United States is too violent.
Yeah, but
Go
Jason
fuck
Bourne will
yourself.
kill you with a pencil.
Jason Bourne should do what the Joker did to himself. Just put the pencil on the table and slam his head down.
Apparently that wouldn't kill you unless you didn't go to hospital. Because I watch a lot of boring shit on YouTube.
I think the new Bourne movie, is like Jason Bourne just gives everybody hugs and pink ribbons.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Oh yeah, Nicholas. According to this article, 1/4 of women are mental, and that's a low ball. Really, come on.
I'd say more than that.
A quarter, just a quarter. I've never met a non-mental one.
Yeah,
You talk to him for 20 minutes and you go, oh, okay. There it is.
Hey, chat. If you're a woman, press 1 to say that you don't have any issues.
yeah,
Oh wait,
yeah.
we'll get a lot of 7s, I reckon. I mean, I'm not saying that men don't have mental health issues too. We just deal with it better.
we
Except for me,
We shoot
because
up
I'm all
schools.
fucked
That's
up.
That's what
Yeah,
we
we
do.
shoot up schools and beat each other up. We don't fucking take it out on men.
Yeah,
Fucking cry about it. Come on. We just
shoot up a
get
school
all
once in a
weird
while.
for the first
it'll
bit of
suit
a
our
stream.
narrative if more women start killing people.
I figured it out. The problem is I haven't had enough to drink. So I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
slam
Yeah.
this shit down.
Yeah, if there's anything drinking does, it helps your attention span.
It helps mine.
Yeah,
The
it helps your perception of your attention span.
You have a couple of drinks, it'll even you out.
I'm anxious. When I'm anxious, I start fucking
He
things
needs,
up.
he needs downers when he's anxious.
I need.
Yeah,
Well, everything in my head speeds up to the point at which I can't concentrate on it anymore. So I do need to literally slow myself down.
somebody earlier said the chat is giving them ADD. I think the stream is doing that.
I just need to breathe. I need to learn how to breathe. It's fine. Anyway.
Jets are dangerous, man. They will fuck you up really hard.
Jets? What? Did I mishear that?
If you're not paying attention, you just look over the chat and someone's like, "You fucking bitch," and you're like, "What? Wait a minute, hold on." This
Oh
fucking
god. We try and keep up with the chat on my game streams, and we were playing a game together yesterday, co-op. So we missed most of it. And every time I would look over, someone was just like saying some random shit, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, what have I missed?"
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that chats cause school shootings.
I mean, chats exist. How long have chats existed for? And then
at least
school shooting.
20 minutes.
Find a color.
There's a lot of school
Correlation.
shootings. A lot of school shootings since chat exists.
I mean, extras. Oh, drinking when listening to your stream needs more drinking usually to follow properly. Also, Sinatra, kids okay.
Are your kids okay?
Yeah, they're doing good.
Rags is here.
Getting ready for kindergarten. I can't wait. I'm pretty sure I'm more excited than they are.
How old are yours?
5.
And so have they left kindergarten?
No, they're going into kindergarten this year.
Be careful.
Right. It's reception for us. They go into proper school, but it's not really proper school.
We
gotta get those mandatory school shooting classes, like how not to shoot up a school classes.
Did you see that? Did you see that school in Parkland? Those kids took Holocaust class.
Don't do don't, Jimmy.
Is that what it was? Don't do a Holocaust,
Jimmy. I see you there.
Holocaust classes are a great idea, by the way. Having Holocaust classes is a really good idea. There's a lot of. It depends on how you do it.
40% of homicides are women killing husbands. Is that true?
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's more like 60, 70%.
I would assume it's a good percent because
100%.
100% of homicides.
Instead.
Men are a problem.
Yeah, if there's no schools, how will there be school shootings?
You solved it.
Hashtag libtard. Hashtag? Gotcha.
Dude,
I don't know.
Everything I
Drink me whiskey.
So these Holocaust classes, what is the reason for them?
I don't fucking know.
A guy comes in with an interesting tash and just tells you that he needs to save his people or some shit like that.
I mean, I'm pro Holocaust classes, but at this point, I am kind of convinced it's don't do a Holocaust, Jimmy.
I see it's that teacher from South Park just going, don't do Holocaust, okay?
Holocaust is bad.
You know,
There's so much good you can do with Holocaust classes early. If you think
I
about
never questioned anything with the Holocaust. I just accepted it as fact.
No.
Until a year ago, when one of the Holocaust museums came out, we're like, we got to adjust these numbers because it's not what it looks like. And I was like, what?
I'm interested to know what the curriculum is because I doubt it's just here's the history of the Holocaust for a whole semester. I think probably there's a lot of interesting reading and stuff like that goes deeper than just, oh my God, the Holocaust happened. It's like the authoritarian mindset. It's how
it's not Holocaust class.
It's not just the Holocaust, though. Is what?
No, but their class is called a Holocaust class.
It's called Holocaust class.
It is. It's just like an action movie. Holocaust class.
That does sound like an amazing title for a movie.
It's
what
like,
would
yeah,
be the
American
contents
Battle
of that
Royale.
movie? Holocaust class. This time we killed them all.
It's an experiment. We had a bunch of kids be the Jews and a bunch of kids be the Nazis.
We gave them some fucking gas
and we just let them loose on each other.
Miss Frizzle's just got a rickety old bus.
Nah, she had a special shelter built. It had holes in the ceiling. Oh, this too soon? I don't know.
Kids, if you start feeling sleepy, just lay your head down.
I can't remember.
This is what the
Zyklon
Holocaust
B.
felt like.
That's what they used. Zyklon B.
See, now that's a good idea too. Just put kids in a little room and make them feel like they're in a Holocaust.
I think that's what the whole point of school already.
Yeah, just amp it up.
Really Holocausty.
They never let us use gas before, but all these school shootings really motivated us to get serious.
Can we just give them? What do they give you in at the dentist?
Oh, the fucking laughing gas shit.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of hilarious if they just gassed them with that. Just gassing kids with.
Yeah, it was like this, except there was dying.
There was dying.
And then they'd be all laughing a bit about it.
The lousing agent fake.
They gassed them with fucking laughing gas. That's why the Jews are so silly now.
For fuck's sake. They didn't used to say things like "oy vey."
They spoke complete sentences and valued their own. Okay, you know what? I'm not trying to get you a strike.
Yeah, I could.
Jesus Christ.
How the fuck did we get onto this? Anyway,
It always comes back to Jews.
Rags is sitting
Let's-
there on mute right now.
Rags is probably like,
He's like, I don't want to be a part of this.
I'll just
Changed
wait
my
until
mind.
they stop, because I know I'm gonna say something fucking even worse.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
I would.
So anyway, so far we've confirmed that
Bond.
John Wayne, Indiana Jones, and James Bond is the reason kids are shooting up schools, because we know that's what they're into. That's what kids like to watch these days.
Actually, I'm sure I read a thing on the link between video games and
I'm
shooters.
doing a control F for video games right now. Nope, not even here. That actually makes more sense if you're going to go in the direction she's going, but
what
nope,
the
it's
fuck?
John Wayne.
No. But he's gone. I think maybe I'm assuming because his fucking thing didn't come up that his link isn't working properly for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it working?
No, right.
How bad is this video quality?
We can't tell because I've clicked away from you.
It's pretty bad.
It's incredibly terrible, and it's near you, so we don't want to see it. Hi, Rags, are you with us?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hooray!
Hey, buddy.
I was just running through the screenplay of Schindler's List, the musical, in my head. It was.
You guys are gonna have to go watch a movie after. Maybe that's what Holocaust class is, just analyzing Schindler's List.
And Miss Frizzle wouldn't show up in her bus. It'd be Miss Frizzle's train.
Miss Frizzle's cattle cars come for you, kids.
Yeah. While you weren't here, we decided to talk about mass shootings and somehow got onto the Holocaust. So you know.
I mean, are the Holocaust classes a legitimate response to
Holocaust?
the shooting? To the shooting?
No. The Holocaust classes happened before the shooting. Like they were doing that before.
Okay.
Again,
Are you trying to blame Holocaust classes for
is it just a history
Look, I'm not
class?
blaming the Jews, but they were involved.
they were involved?
I'm not blaming the Jews, but it was definitely that.
All these kids learn history, and then before you know it, you've got a bunch of Jewish kids trying to find all the Germans in school
Look,
for a little
we all
payback.
know.
That is actually true. You teach these kids history nowadays, and they protest it.
It's gonna turn into a point scoring exercise.
Yeah, they get taught about how awful Hitler was, and then they're like, we need to give
It's
up
a
the only way to
contest.
defend ourselves.
We need to
Was
get rid
he
of the
such a bad guy? Did he do anything wrong? And you just go, yeah, he invaded Russia.
Yeah, that's where he fucked up.
I was incredibly foolish. Yeah, how long is this article?
very long,
It's fucking long.
and it's already ridiculous.
And it's
So,
already gotten its main point out, which is I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
mental illness doesn't cause shootings. Radicalization doesn't cause shootings. Indiana Jones and James Bond cause
Who the
shootings.
fuck is that?
You know, I saw one, and it was from
These
the Root,
refugee
and it
women
was,
are survivors
What?
of
White
sexual
men.
violence.
white men stockpile guns because they're scared.
I'm assuming that
Here
that's me.
at Refugee Camp.
Yep, that was
The
me.
Root?
Sorry,
What's wrong?
fucking stream. The fucking article started playing something.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fucking ridiculous music.
We couldn't hear that, so you're good.
Yeah, I thought it was one of you cunts.
No,
You are on
Right.
edge today.
You are.
crazy today.
That's not my fault.
man.
And now chat knows because I accidentally clicked. They know I've been looking at the season pass for Mankind Divided.
But yeah, they said white men stockpile guns because they're scared of black people.
Well, I'm sure some of them do. To be fair, I live
that's
in
true,
Florida.
there'll be some of
My
them.
guns are black.
Right,
I live
John,
in
cool.
Florida. There's probably a good deal of old white dudes with a bunch of guns waiting for the Black Revolution.
Right.
I think most people with guns are just waiting for the water to get shut off for 2 days. They're just all right. It's anarchy
Time for a
time.
revolution.
How long do you think it would take? Realistically, if the electricity just turned off, or you went and turned your faucet and nothing came out, how long would it take before people started going, "Fuck, this isn't
week.
getting fixed"?
If it were nationwide,
Yeah,
I think if the
less than a
internet
week.
went down nationwide for 2 days, you'd all be killing each other at this point.
I think 2 days is pretty accurate because there was that thing in Baltimore where they had like some Ebola in the water or some shit, and after 2 days they were rioting.
I mean, I'd be pretty upset if there was Ebola in the
Yeah.
fucking water.
It wasn't literally Ebola, but it was something making people sick.
I think that would cause. Yeah,
I like everybody to be sick. Because they're sick. No? Okay.
I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna laugh at that for you.
Haha.
All right. So, are we gonna keep with the article, or are we gonna go on your cryptocurrency tangent?
Let's go on my cryptocurrency tangent because it doesn't involve adverts that fucking obnoxiously play over everything.
All right, let's do it. Let's dive into this.
So this is gonna do something that I didn't want it to do. Yeah, I thought so.
I already told you I don't know anything about this.
Well,
at all.
it's not much of a thing, but I've been thinking about cryptocurrency for a couple of days, and one of my main things is when reading like quote unquote the miners specifically their stuff, what they their blogs and their forums and shit like that. I see a lot of one of the things is you buy a graphics card and then you turn it around for you get as much out of it as you can until the point where it's going to die, and then you sell it on. And I thought, well, maybe they're being honest and they're doing this to the cards, and they I mean, okay, I need to fucking straighten my brain out.
Okay.
My main issue is a selfish one. It's which I want a new graphics card. But they're all fucking ridiculously expensive.
Oh, I see. What
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
It's
I need a
super
new one
fucking
too.
bad. And these people, they buy them up en masse, and every time there's ever a deal on any of them, they're just gone like that. And then
you're blaming Bitcoin mining.
They rape the things. Yeah, the Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, anything, mine it.
They line them up in stalls like cows and just milk them.
They do, and then when they break, they just like throw this 1080 Ti in the trash and go.
They don't wait for them to break. They know when they're supposed to break, and then they take them out of thing and they sell them on eBay at this full ridiculous price. Because I went and I looked, I tried to find X mining cards, and they apparently don't exist. Every single card, and there's a lot of them on eBay, are all definitely wasn't used for cryptocurrency mining. And it's like, how do you know now?
Yeah.
And my main issue is that when you do that, it's inherently dishonest.
Yeah.
Yeah, graphics card is something that you have to buy new.
I can't.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
You do right now. You didn't before.
In general, if you're gonna spend like, let's say a new one's 800, you're gonna spend 400 for a new one, and it's gonna last you like maybe 1/3 as long as a new one. I just don't think it's worth it.
How did you come to that conclusion? It would last
I
30
just
long.
pulled those numbers out of my
Well,
ass.
with these crypto ones, they could last you a fucking week, and that's the problem. That's why I don't think it's a good idea to buy them unless you.
I wouldn't
just
buy
an
a used
excess.
one that was used for mining.
But I've bought secondhand cards. I mean,
But I have too, and they've lasted me until I was just done with them.
If
They
they're
work perfectly, and I sold them to someone else.
Abused by cryptocurrency miners, they'll be.
I mean, is this a thing? Is this a thing that that you've read about, or are you just? I see. I don't understand. Like, what triggered you to have a problem
what triggered me to really have a problem with it is I started reading about some companies are going to make cards that don't have any outputs on them, so that they are just for mining. And then all of the blogs I saw said, I'm not going to buy this, not fucking worth it, I can't resell it to gamers. Because if you're reselling a cryptocurrency mining card, you know for a fact that isn't worth shit, because it's about to die.
I'd have to look up and check the lifespan of these cards and see how they last after after you use them for mining.
A year of mining almost always kills a card.
I mean, I just heard so many I don't buy graphics cards very often. Obviously, they tend to last, but like, every time I've been in the market, they've always been like, be careful about used ones because you genuinely have no idea what they've been doing.
I'm sort of lucky in a way, because if I buy a used one now, like the best deal I can get is a 980 Ti for about 400 quid, which is about 150 quid above resale value.
What is that in real money?
I can get it from a company called CEX, which will actually give me a 2-year warranty.
Okay.
But I don't know of anything in America that can even come close to that, and it's just all fucked up, and it's really pissed me off. The other thing, but it got me looking around, and one of the things I saw, and it's just something that interested me, is apparently now a lot of Bitcoin miners, or any cryptocurrency miner, are getting stung by the IRS because they haven't been paying the taxes, and every transaction they do isn't a monetary transaction, like money to money, because they don't consider it's not a fiat currency. They don't care. It's a property thing. So there's people. There was one guy I was reading this forum thread, and he's like, I traded these things for I traded 120,000 for various other currencies, and they didn't really work out, and now I'm way down to like 30,000.
Yeah.
And now the IRS says I owe them 50,000. And there's a little, as someone who's fucked off about the not being able to buy a graphics card, there was a little bit of me that found that hilarious. As terrible a person as that makes me, and I'm sorry for that. But I mean, still,
Bitcoin took a fucking like $10,000 nosedive, didn't it?
It's taken a big nosedive recently. It's something that I would be like. You said yourself you bought how much?
Oh, I bought a couple hundred worth of a total.
But you did I bought like didn't you?
Yeah, I bought like 100 something worth of Litecoin and 100 something worth of Bitcoin, and I sold the Bitcoin almost immediately. But I'm holding on to the Litecoin just to see what happens.
I saw some picture, and this guy's like, couples that mine together stay together, and they had like, if you could probably Google it, they had like 30 1080 Ti's just stacked against the wall.
Oh my god, that disgusts me.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Rags, when did you buy? You reasonably recently upgraded, didn't you?
Somewhat within the last year or so, about a year.
Is it longer than I think? Because it feels like
5
minutes ago, but we haven't spoken in fucking ages, have we?
Yeah, you haven't messaged me.
And
oh yeah, here it is.
I know, it's my fault. I'm a bad friend.
I'm a terrible, awful person.
But how much did you pay? And have you checked how much your cards are worth? And would you be tempted to sell them on?
I'll sell them when I'm done.
You could sign yours now and probably get some extra money for them.
Look at this. It's way more than I thought it was.
Okay, let me click on the fucking thing. Yeah.
This isn't the original one, but this is someone who just shared their picture.
Okay, that kind of upsets me. Where have all the GPUs gone? To the fucking miners. Ugh. The thing is, it's not even a good way of actually doing it, because you get these boxes, the ASICs, an asynchronous mining thing, and it will do one currency, which doesn't make sense to me, but it'll do one currency and it'll do it super fucking efficiently, and it will actually make you money. But these things cost like $1,000 a pop minimum. I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's not a super important topic, but it's something that's really pissed me off. I want to buy a graphics card, and these fuckers just
Then what I would suggest you do is go to the British equivalent of Craigslist and just get a used one that just someone's selling because they're upgrading.
Yeah, but anybody could say, "Oh yeah, I'm just upgrading. You know, I've got this card, and no, yeah, I definitely didn't use it for mining." And then I get it, and then 5 minutes later, it's fucked.
Probably better than maybe better than Craigslist. Then is eBay, where you can actually
you can.
I know Amazon.
You can get it from
like
a trusted sellers
or sell and things like that.
Yeah, as long as it's a trusted seller.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way I could do it. I'm a pretty patient person, so I'm probably just gonna wait it out. It mostly comes to mind because like I just got Final Fantasy 15 for PC and that Kingdom Come game, and I've got a 1440p monitor, and so these games don't run well on a 970. It's a great card. It's a fantastic card.
Yeah, that's a lot for
not up to fucking snuff for modern games. Not for full fun. Just buy a Switch. You know you want to.
I had a 970 a year ago, and we're already talking like it's not up to snuff. Shit.
Well, if you're playing 1440p,
it's not perfect.
Nah.
Now, if cryptocurrency miners all disappeared overnight,
I'm
not saying that we should have a genocide.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's coming.
Look, I didn't take any Holocaust lessons, so I think that we should just
shoot up all the miners, all the Bitcoin miners,
and then take their cards.
Give
them back to the people who play fucking games. I think that's
seize the means of
graphics production. It's going to be communism and Holocaust all together. No,
all those things go together pretty well.
A big part of what really pisses me off about it is the fact that it's these people who have absolutely no interest in gaming, or probably very little interest in gaming, and certainly for the cards they're buying, and they're just using it for something completely fucking wrong, and it's abhorrent, and it disgusts me. What's the word the alt-right like to use? Degeneracy. That's what it is. It's degenerate, and it disgusts me. Is degeneracy
an all-right word?
It's not an all-right word. It's just a word I hear them say a lot.
A Wakandan word.
It's a
Wakandan word.
So I'm sure one of you three are super fucking comic nerds, aren't you?
Nope.
Nah, not really.
Never mind.
Why? No, you can still talk.
I mean,
because there's
you don't have to be a super nerd to know stuff.
I know some stuff.
There's the Black Panther's brother. He's got a brother in the comic book who's a white dude, and people have been doing fan art of him. And people are just going fucking insane on the internet over this fan art of Black Panther's white brother.
You're taking our one thing black people have, which is a Marvel movie.
Ah! That's white supremacy right there.
Why gotta be
white there.
What is white there?
I did see a picture that just amused the shit out of me, which was someone in a Black Panther costume just sat in a cardboard box. As a cat owner, that amused me to fucking no end.
I did see that one story where
microcosm for Wakanda.
Say again.
It's not like a microcosm for Wakanda.
I think it's more that cats like to sit in boxes.
That's weird.
I tried to get you to sit in your the box you got from the Titanfall guys, but you wouldn't do it. You said you had enough chairs already, and I was just like, "This dog is uppity.
He's not sitting in his boxes.
He's not sitting in his box, you little fucker." So I gave him
Rags
a slap.
deserves one of those fucking like the down dog beds. He's the inside dog.
Are you an
I'll
inside
get myself
dog?
one when I move into my new place.
Are you an inside dog?
Yeah.
Good. I don't like this outside.
I'm both, honestly. I've spent a lot of time outside. A lot of time outdoors.
We have a cryptocurrency miner in the chat. I have 7 graphics cards mining Monero. You're a piece of crap.
Time him out. Ban him.
Time him out.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah. Look.
Give one graphics card to Sick.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll be like, miners, best people ever, favorite.
Yeah.
I love miners.
Crypto mine.
It's gotta take a long fucking time though to get like a single Bitcoin.
It's not about that. I mean, it's getting your money back. Like I've looked at like the charts for you buy a 1080 Ti or whatever, and you wait this long, and then you'll get your money back. And it used to be it would take you 3 months with whatever currencies. Now most currencies takes you about 6 months, and that's part of the reason why it's getting all fucked up. And then you sell your card back and you make your money back. The other thing is obviously you have to pay for fucking electricity. And honestly, I think most of the people who are doing the mining are making fucking no money.
Yeah,
but
that's
they're
what
doing it anyway.
Dude, just last month, Bitcoin was at like 18,000, and now it's at 8,000.
Yeah.
Not only are they making no money, but they're just spending money on the fucking cards that it's not guaranteed they're going to make back.
Yeah.
They missed that boat. If they're still starting this process,
especially with just cards, with just graphics cards. So just stop fucking buying them. Stop feeding the system and let me be able to buy a 1070 without having to fucking sell one of my children. I mean,
you do have
actually,
to.
there is no loss in that situation. I just realised.
You have 2 of them.
Yeah. Fuck. I hadn't even thought of that. God damn it. Never mind.
Keep up your mining, guys. It's all right.
It's fine. It's fine. I figured something out. Hell, if they're how much is a fresh liver set of lungs worth?
Why is it got to be
probably
fresh?
Quite a lot of money. I could probably start my own Bitcoin mining.
At least $1,300.
Don't worry. Like anybody who hasn't noticed, that is a joke. I'm not actually going to slaughter and then.
You always have to clarify it. You always have to ruin.
I do
things.
because there are fucking mental people out there who just take it as read. And I'm not killing my channel just for the sake of a shit joke.
Oh, please. You haven't done half the things some of the big channels have done.
I thought you were going to say you haven't done half the shit
if Andy Worski's channel is safe at this point, you ain't got to worry about shit.
You're so wrong about that. I had a channel show it for fucking...
Oh, yeah. What's going on with you? That's true. Yours is getting flagged left and right.
I've had 5 flags in the past 5 weeks.
I know. It's like every day
You've
I would
gotten
see a
2
new
of them
flag.
Done, haven't you?
There's 2 on my main channel, 1 on my stream channel.
Oh, well,
So
that's
I have
not the
a
fucking
new
same, is
streaming
it?
channel. I have a new streaming channel, 2 strikes on my main channel. I've had 2 strikes removed from my main channel.
Okay, so it's not quite as bad as I thought, but it's still pretty sketchy.
Someone's got a fucking boner
big
for
ass
flagging.
boner for you. I can't blame them, really. Have you met you?
Yeah, I am an awful...
Oh, I met you once. Almost flagged you on the spot. Almost smacked you with the flag.
I've obviously been flagging you for weeks, and
finally going through.
finally.
Well, the weird shit is, man, the videos I've gotten flagged for are old. They're fucking old. The one was a video from December 2016 with less than 600 views.
I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe it's not people after you, and you've just, at random points, fucked small groups of people off.
That's probably no surprise.
I mean, again, have you met you?
Yeah. I piss in someone's Cheerios at least twice a day.
Yeah. See, that's what you've got to give props to the flat earthers and a lot of the conspirators, because they think that the system that I'm in isn't going to help them. They don't bother flagging; they just dislike, because they all think that I'm being paid by Google. You know, not just for ad revenue, but literally that Google said, "Hey, so sick, make a video making fun of these people," and I'm like, I wish I was a shill, motherfucker. That would be amazing.
Flat Earth thing is getting a little too close to truth. We need you to shut it down.
You're gonna find out about
Shut it down.
flat, and that would change everything for some reason.
You've got 13K subscribers. You're getting too big.
There's a whole thing about concave/convex Earth now that apparently 7 Brazilian researchers have discovered. Actually, the Earth looks more like a spoon.
A spoon?
And I'm not fucking kidding. This keeps showing up in my comment section now, and I'm like, holy shit, this is so retarded.
Like, went from bowl to spoon.
Can we just get a... Okay, can we just get a giant fucking catapult and launch someone
Can we hit
into
them with
low orbit?
spoons?
Well, there
Just-
was the one guy who was trying to build a rocket to prove the flat Earth, but for some reason, every time he gets a load of money off of Kickstarter, he has technical problems. I don't think those two things are related or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
That-
Won't the government come at you though if you actually do build a working rocket and try to go into space? Won't they come at you?
All it is
You
a
can
lot
build a
of-
small rocket and launch it from your back garden. That's fine. As
all
long as
it
goes
is a
straight
lot
up.
of fucking baking soda and vinegar.
I think when you get into like, rockets with the potential to leave orbit, the amount of materials and the volatility of that might be it's a safety concern.
Well,
Someone
to
just
be
sees
fair,
a 2-liter with paper fucking fins on it.
You have a
with
permit for that,
GoPro
sir?
taped to the top.
I have a
I
permit
do
from
quite
space
like that
exploration
concept.
officer. Here it is. It checks out. You're good. Just be safe.
Just don't get too high in orbit. You might hit the
Just don't
firmament.
use too much baking soda there. Yes, officer. I understand.
Do any of you know what the firmament is? Just
No.
out of curiosity.
No,
It's some bullshit from the Bible about how God stretched the firmament
The
across
firmament is a
Okay.
literal sheet of water that surrounds the Earth that many flat earthers believe is there, and the stars are stuck to it.
You mean it's not there? Wait,
Now, Ed's reaction there, I'm not saying that was my exact reaction on first hearing it, but...
hold on.
And then you
Okay.
point that out, and then someone comes along and says, well, your model of the flat Earth clearly isn't the current up-to-date one. You
It's not
people
flat
don't
enough.
agree
It's
with each
too
other.
curved.
You forgot the sticky water layer that catches the stars.
Okay,
Huh.
so just so I understand this correctly,
You probably
they
won't because
believe
it's
that
stupid.
there is a thin fucking litmus of water around the
Not
entire
necessarily
planet.
thin.
And it's not even necessarily water. It could be ice.
Yeah,
I was
it
listening.
can be
to,
ice as well, which
I-
makes
I
more
was-
quote-unquote sense.
Yeah, there's a shield of ice around the world, and people like talk about this like it's a real thing,
Yep.
or that at one point in the past it was an actual real thing, like Kent Hovind and losers
some
like
of them
that.
think, like, if you go to Answers in Genesis, they are opposed to flat Earth theory. These are creationists, but they
Saying
aren't
that the flat Earth is
stupid.
too stupid for them.
And they're like, no, the firmament was up there, and then that came down, and that was the flood. Yeah.
No, the flood came from the inside the Earth. There were
Two
fissures
theories
from which
on that.
the Earth, from which the water.
Two
came out
very,
of.
very stupid theories on that. One of them is
People
in the
believe
Earth, one of them
those
is above.
flooding
So
the
what
river.
is the point of what is the purpose? What is this blanket serve?
Are you saying?
God made it. That's the purpose.
I thought you were gonna. Why are people lying to us about the spherical Earth? You know, when we look into
Because
space
they
and
hate
we
God
can
and they
see,
want to live in sin.
we see all the other planets that are all circles.
That's really it. They just want to fuck before they get married. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that in a whatever shape Earth we live on. You can fuck.
Listen, it doesn't matter how many people I fuck before or after I get married. That doesn't make any sense. This whole ice sheet thing around the Earth, it's just fucking bullshit. Because I was going through some King Crocoduck videos, and he debated Kent Hovind, and I didn't know this, but I stumbled across a very recent. It was like 3 weeks ago. Kent Hovind and Aaron Raw had a debate about like evolution and shit, and I was fascinated by it. I love these debates where you just have someone who thinks that evolution is literally not true and that the Earth is 6,000 years old and stuff.
Yeah.
Debating someone who knows anything,
Someone
like the
who
Ken
went to
Hams
school.
and the Ray Comforts
There
and
is-
those kind of people.
There is
Dude,
a
the
very,
Ken-
very common thread of homeschooling to your average flatard.
Wasn't it what's her name? The big tit chick from Alaska who tried to go political for 10 minutes.
The big. Do you mean?
Sarah Palin.
Sarah
Yeah.
Palin. Wasn't
The-
it Sarah Palin who said people and dinosaurs lived together?
I think.
Oh
she
yeah,
said
that's
that at
the
some
short
point.
Earth. That's the young Earth creationist thing.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs and people live together.
Motherfucker's
They
been
think
playing
that
too
all
much
of the
Ark.
animals in the world, all of the plants and animals in the world, came from whatever was on Noah's Ark.
My father believed that. My dad
Who the
believed
fuck
in that.
put a T-Rex next to the penguins on Noah's Ark?
Because they play around with
They
this
were
word
all
called
vegetarians at the time for some reason.
So evolution's wrong, but in the last, 5,000 years, hyper evolution took place, and from everything
Well,
that
it's the
was on the
difference
Ark,
between
all of
macro
the
and
different
micro.
animals. Time.
Ark is a documentary. Ark Survival Evolved is a documentary.
Yeah,
These fucking
they
people.
think that they think that these things are like there's a difference between these things, but really it's just the amount of time. Because they'll be like, yeah, microevolution exists, but not macroevolution. Is like you people are the only people who use these words, and it's silly. Stop.
So it existed up until so from 5,000 to 2,000 years ago, we had some super speedy evolution, and then it just stopped again once we started writing shit down.
Pretty much.
Really, the really obvious.
Well, they also believe in like differences in atmosphere that make things bigger or smaller.
Oh yeah, the pre-flood Earth conditions were so amazing that people were giants and they
where
lived
the
to be
firmament
6,000
came
years
in.
old and shit.
And that
Because the
explains the
firmament held the
dinosaurs, and it
atmosphere
helps
in.
them write in the Nephilim and things like that as well. So like, it's
I've
really
just
fucking
looked this
bizarre.
up, and this is the reason why God
Thinking
made
that,
the firmament
unironically.
was because he wanted to make days separate.
What?
Figure that out.
The
You
firmament.
gotta say that one more time.
Right. This is from Genesis. It says, "Then God said, 'Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.' Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above. And it was so. And God called it heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day."
Okay, I'm convinced.
Okay, listen, it's almost like a bunch of Bronze Age goat herders didn't know how the universe worked, and so they made shit up. And then somehow in 2018, people still believe that.
Right.
It
Like,
sounds like words
That's just
that
because you
exist.
want to sin, Rags.
and it doesn't work. How do they explain places where there's no sun for long periods? How do they explain like Alaska?
The devil.
Well, they live in states. So they're-
Vampires.
I'm actually going to type firmament and Alaska.
So they think we live on a flat Earth under a sheet of ice.
So, no, some people do think that, but some
To
people
separate-
aren't quite that crazy, but still think that the
Hold on,
Earth
this
is
We're
is
talking
fine.
about the crazy ones now.
Let me play this idea through. We live in a flat Earth under a sheet of ice that separates our water from another water. So do we live under the ocean? Are we like Gungans?
The people who believe that there is a firmament think that there is a water or ice sheet above us. Literally.
That separates physical world from heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, heaven. Okay. Yeah. Now it
Never.
makes sense.
Right. Makes sense.
Heaven is a
Okay.
physical place, and you can just fly to it.
Chip through
I
the
guess.
ice
I
to
don't know.
get to it.
What baffles me is like we build these rockets that can fly into space, and like
So
the
they
people
don't
who
believe
think it's
that we
not real
do
that
that?
NASA didn't do things that NASA didn't, but they do. They seem to do a lot to prove themselves right, like an illogical amount of stuff, like constant science. I don't buy it. Oh god, the amount of times I've been called a NASA worshipper. I don't even know that much about NASA.
The Bible says it's
NASA
made out,
worship.
the Bible said it's made out of glass, not ice.
Does it?
Yeah, so I guess they're willing to twist that around and be like, oh, what he meant was
Depends
ice.
which Bible you read.
Yeah.
Dude,
But
this is.
I
this
mean,
is a
there's the
whole
King
new
James.
world for me.
There's a lot. Yeah, there are a few different Bibles that have different interpretations of those same words. So some of it will be glass, some of it will be water, some of it will be ice. Most
Jelly.
a jelly. It's just jelly. See, if it's jelly, I'm more inclined to believe that than anything else.
The fun thing about this is that when you Google stuff like that, you never find any refutations. You will only find the crazy theories because nobody has like the effort or
Crazy
energy.
theories.
It's like I'm not gonna there's nobody wants to refute this because it's so fucking out of this world fucking crazy.
I mean, they do on YouTube because
So
it's so
Sir
funny.
Sick does. Only Sir Sick does.
Oh, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, you're not.
Cool
There's a
Hard
few-
Logic and Logic and other people.
So there's a glass ceiling.
But there's really no comprehensive.
There is a glass
way.
ceiling. Oh my god, it's true. It's all true. Women can't make it because of the firmament.
Oh, this has got to be a troll site. Somebody wrote. Somebody has a picture of the Earth with 666 outlined in clouds at a certain part of it, and then at another part of it they have SEX in the clouds.
No, that's a real thing.
No, it can't be.
That's a real thing. That they
It's like the whole Lion. I thought that was a gag on the whole Lion
and they
King
think
thing.
that is either the government or the devil trying to show that he's there while simultaneously hide that he's there.
This is a Poe.
Well, that's the thing is you can't fucking tell anymore.
Yeah,
You cannot tell because every idiot has a voice right now, and they are choosing to tell you that there is sex over an ice sheet outside of Alaska, and don't question it. Just give your money to the
we really
guy
thought
who sits on a golden
unlimited
throne and touches kids.
we really thought unlimited free information was a good idea, and it turns out
It was a
No one uses it
terrible
anyway.
fucking idea. Although my flip side to that argument is that it's also hilarious.
yeah, it is.
And
funny.
I've never laughed as hard. This is why I keep making videos of just comments on my videos from. It's only ever flat earthers because they're the only people who turn up in droves and droves and
Oh
droves
my
and
god!
droves.
There are many reasons why we believe the Earth is flat. One reason is that we do not believe NASA is telling the truth. Besides the fact that NASA has a very suspicious satanic occult history, there are many inconsistencies and obvious lies fed to us. Wow, dude! I didn't realize how religious this movement was. Honestly,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is.
Do you think that these people have always
Religion
existed?
makes sense of this bullshit.
Well,
Yeah, of course they've always existed. Yes,
These
Or do
type
you
of
think
people
it's
have
like-
always existed. What they specifically believe changes.
and their ability to come together and make
Has
their
never been
crazy
better.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
do you think people are like, yeah, that guy's an asshole, but like you kind of only knew him because you'd go to the store and he was there. But now you just see these people everywhere on the internet. Like, wow, there's a ton of fucking assholes out there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's a natural
I
effect
think
of.
that the thing is about we all know this. The loud assholes are the ones you pay attention to. They make
Yeah.
the biggest.
I know
stinkiest
that's true.
noises. So, most people don't believe absolute nonsense. I like to think. I hope. I pray to a non-existent God, as far as I'm concerned.
Unfortunately, just more people than we are comfortable with do.
No, but do you know what? There's no better killer of stupid ideas than the light. So I love the fact that they come out and just vomit up nonsensical ideas and go, look, I don't know how light works, so I don't understand that just because a cloud is in front of the sun and then the sun is so bright that it makes the cloud see-through, I think that means that the cloud's behind the sun because I'm retarded.
Or the guy who's like, why aren't all the planes upside down?
Come on, planes aren't upside down.
Oh, he was fun. Oh,
My
Grandpa
days.
Christmas.
That turns out that's a common thing. I've seen many videos when I was watching your video.
They think
on that.
gravity is down,
Yeah.
not toward
gravity is
gravitational
down?
bodies, but down.
Oh yeah, it's always down.
It's down to the down.
Gravity doesn't exist. Globe tard.
Someone, I would
Rat-
go and
dirty-
find it, but
dirty
it's quite
rat.
far
Dirty-
down. This guy
What is
started
down?
talking about.
Goobies.
They make fun of gravity by calling it gravity, because it grabs things and pulls it down.
Imagine addressing gravity in a mocking tone. Like, this is your life. You come up with derogatory words for gravity.
Gravity's just a theory.
Gravity isn't real, and I'm just like, knock a pencil off your table.
Like, yes, gravity is a theory. Do you
Try
know
this
what the
trick that the
scientific
Joker did.
theory-
Well, gravity's a fact, and there is a theory that explains it.
I love it when you say that. When you say knock the pencil off the table, they're like, yeah, but that's because it's down. It's down.
It's down.
It doesn't
What's
go
down
up. The
for
force
you
of down.
isn't down for someone 20 feet away from you. You
It
guys
is
don't
when you
have the
believe in a
same
flat
down.
Earth, faggot. Get with the program.
I love the fact
Wake
that
up, sheeple.
There's actually
yeah, you
different-
fucking globe cock.
Sheeple.
Globe cuck. is actually one that they use.
They use that on purpose. I was watching because when I was doing Warski Live, we got flooded by these guys, and it happened the day after. So I finally found out where they were, the Flat Earth Society thing.
Where are they? What are they? Are they just in some weightless
They're
bunker
not too
somewhere?
difficult to find. I can maybe
Someone
find them
said-
again.
Someone said, "Why isn't there a flat Mars society?" And I've seen comments on this, and he said because it's been observed that Mars is round.
Everything else is round.
You know,
just
every
this
other
one isn't.
planet and in gaseous body, everything in the universe except us is an oblate.
Have you
asteroid.
seen the?
Well, that supports their disk theory. Mars is just another disk.
Have you seen the flat Earth lunar eclipse? And it's just a line across the moon.
I saw that.
And the flat Earth guys, though, what they did was they wanted to bombard a bunch of streams, but a bunch of the streams that were on were like Mike Cernovich, Andy Worski, and all these fucking Lauren Southern or something was doing a thing. And so they targeted these streams that were doing really good, and they went into raid the stream. And the guy who was leading the thing said, he was saying things like, call them like globe cucks and shit because they hate the word cuck. It'll get them really pissed off. And then tell them to talk about the flat Earth for 2 minutes, or you'll remove your dislike, right? So they went in and they all started disliking in mass, and some people got really angry. It depends on the person who you're fucking with, and they dislike in mass, and then they go talk about flat Earth for 2 minutes, and I'll give you either like back and I'll subscribe. That was their tactic.
Yeah,
I thought it was adorable.
That is adorable. It
Seven
really
of them
is.
turned up. And, those 7 dislikes, they stayed. Yeah,
I think some people capitulated. Andy Worski just freaked out. Mike Cernovich.
But weren't they super chatting a bunch as well?
Yeah, they
So
were
that
also
people
super
noticed
chatting.
the comments.
It was like a peaceful revolution. It was weird.
It was a paid revolution. Can you imagine
Yeah,
if
he
people
in
revolted by
solidarity
coming
with
up to you and
Flat
saying, "Here's $5. Stop being a bad government."
Yeah,
We're not your enemy, but we're doing this because we have to.
You super chat me $5. I'll make fun
Tell
of
you
you.
the truth.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I love them so much, though.
They need everyone to believe. That's what they're trying to recruit, believers.
I said in one of my videos that you said to me, "Why do you hate the flat earthers?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't. I think they're fucking adorable. I find them incredibly fun." And I said that in a video, to which so many of them responded, "Oh, if we're so ineffectual, why are you talking about it?" I was like,
Because it's
because
funny.
hilarious. How do you not get that? And someone else who said, "Flat earthers aren't laughing," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course you fucking aren't."
Good. You're not the one that's supposed to be laughing. I'm laughing at you.
You're not the one.
That's the thing, though. They are laughing. They are laughing.
Yeah.
They literally get in little chats and groups together and laugh at people who believe in round Earth.
These grav cucks.
Globe head, grav cuck. It's so much fun.
This is. I'm like discovering this for the first time. I just want to hear more.
The firmament is new to me. That's amazing.
There's so. It's got layers like
You need to go and play some of these creationist, evolutionist debates or young Earth creationist debates with people.
If you want,
It is insane.
If
I
you
used
want
to
some
watch
really
those.
thorough explanations, my boy Cool Hard Logic, who likes to turn up and shitpost on my flat Earth videos.
His content is amazing.
His content is really good, really, really well made. The best stuff, he does flat Earth stuff, which is good and very technical, but also quite funny. But my favourite series is World of Batshit, because there's these guys, and they're religious too, obviously, because they think that aeroplanes are demons. And their evidence for that is they will go out in their car with the shittiest camcorder you could buy for money,
Really? I think I might have them beat. You just saw mine.
film the sky very badly. I think they all have Parkinson's, because fuck me, I've never seen so much shaking in a video. And then zoom right into an aeroplane and
That's what
then
the
go,
truth does. It makes
see,
your hands
it's
tremble."
fake.
I'm watching one of these videos now.
They go home, put the video on TV,
On
film
a-
the TV,
not like a good TV either, like a really, really old, shitty,
Like-
low-res CRT, and then film that with the same shaky cam to
So they're
show
just
the bits that
filming
they
a
got.
film?
They film a screen of their crap film, and then they wonder why there are artifacts in their video.
Oh my god, this dude is literally looking at the
people are
lights.
artifacts from
This is fucking
prior
hilarious.
time in human history.
He's just looking at the light coming into view as the plane gets closer, and his camera can adjust to what it is.
And it appeared out of nowhere.
They call them
A
demons.
fallen angel / demon morphs into a fake plane and pretends to land right before your eyes. Some of
To
the,
land at Ellis
some of the best
International
proof
Airport.
yet. Jesus is your only hope and protection.
Okay, what are
My
these
boy
people
Thomas
called?
Billings knows.
I like how we went
demon.
from planes or demons to the only way to protect yourself is Jesus.
What are these people called?
Idiots. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to-
moron. No, crazy. Just look up demon orbs, and you will find a lot of them. Oh fuck it. And you'll find Cool Hard Logic's videos.
Well, you end up running into this stuff if you're like me and you're just like you're always clicking on like stupid ass ghost shit. Like I
comes up as well.
love those things. I don't believe in ghosts, not even a little bit, but I still
neither.
like the
It's very
creepypasta type stuff.
entertaining reading the comments usually.
Like my favorite show in the world
I think Sinatra
is
just found one.
Be careful. Oh,
Come on.
What is
It's
it?
all right, boy.
I love the ghost things too. I like I believe
Yeah.
it. I think ghosts are real.
I
Do you
don't.
really?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I'm an agnostic on all things. I go maybe, I don't know, who cares?
I'm
I
going to
mean,
go out on a
probably.
limb and say that ghosts aren't real, and then once they're proven, I'll just say, hey, I was wrong.
I probably, and it's just anecdotal. I've experienced weird shit that I couldn't explain, but that's just
I've been high too.
Yeah, the brain
high
does some-
too.
the brain's an interesting thing. You can convince yourself of all sorts of things, but I like it just because it's funny. And honestly, the best show on TV was that Ghost Hunter show where the dude's just, like he goes in and he does the like traditional paranormal thing, but then when he talks to the ghost, you already know what I'm saying. When he talks to the ghost, he's like, "Hey, you fucking scared little girls,
like,
bro!
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, come on, bitch. What was that?
What is
Tell
this?
me you're real.
What are you, some kind of demon, bitch? Get out!"
Try and show me you're real.
He's like he's like Roy raging out on an entity that
Is
is
this like,
I'm not a faggot. I'm trying to do a show.
is this like the... Is this like South
got
Park's
The
PC
ghost is like,
the
dude, please,
douchebag.
come on.
but ghost
tight Ed Hardy shirts.
ghost jock? Ghost jock. He fights all the ghosts.
on TV.
You
in the
fucking
history.
piece of shit. Oh my god, I need this in my life.
You haven't seen this?
No.
Oh man. And it plays itself so straight. They're so fucking full of shit. And they're
You'll just
so
sit
like
there and it'll be like,
intentionally.
what? Hello? And then you like you
Bro, did you feel that, bro?
you replay the video and it's like,
Somebody fucking with my camera crew?
one of the cast members like, you stupid bitch. And then he's like, what?
Oh, they've got to be taking liters of piss. Come on.
Oh yeah, no.
That is definitely not. I would that's one of the things, like
It's a supernatural blood sports. That's what
there's
it
a
is.
little bit of me. There's a little bit of me that's considered. I wouldn't do it because I just would hate the audience that it would attract. But there's a little bit of me. I could make such a convincing flat hard because 90% of the videos aren't fucking properly made. They're not. There's no voice. There's just text on the screen and a few fucking video clips that they found somewhere that they think proves their point, which it usually doesn't.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of me that's like, that video has 100,000 views for no
You
effort,
should.
zero
You
effort.
should do it.
No,
And just make like a pro flat earth video. And like the very last thing in the description, go just put like great bait. All
Oh
over
no,
there.
do what they do on the ghost shows. Do they like for entertainment purposes only?
Yeah.
The disclaimer that gets them out of all trouble.
I don't know why, but that makes me think someone put a Bible in the fiction section of a bookstore. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. A lot of people were slightly upset by that.
Oh yeah. My dad was angry when I took in college I took a mythology course, the study of story,
Chapter 1,
And,
the Bible.
And the Bible was, yes, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. The Jesus Christ myth is in there. And my dad was very upset. Very upset. I mean, it did come
It's
with
not
a
a myth,
disclaimer.
brah, and he was like all jock about it.
Disclaimer: some people actually believe this shit. So
Yeah, but I mean, like Christ is a great example of the hero cycle, and it just works so well. So they like have this disclaimer in the book that's like some people really believe this.
some people actually believe this. So like they could get upset if you tell them that their buddy's a myth.
Yeah. I mean, if you take it just as a story on its own, there's some great stories in there. You know, good, obvious, very obvious, like moral parables.
Giants, it's got dragons.
Then
It's
they're like,
got
no, Noah's flood was
unicorns.
totally real. Like in America, like half the people here think Noah's flood is actually a thing that happened. And
Yeah,
like,
I'm not even sure. I'm
no.
not even sure that the people writing the Bible wrote it with the intention of everyone believing it.
Like, what
I
if they
still
didn't
think
even
that there's a
believe in it,
missing final page. This fictional story is dedicated to my friend Brian.
To Brian, who supported me all these years. My wife Cheryl.
Oh, was that a Life of Brian reference?
No, it wasn't. But Brian was
pretty
just
well.
the first name that came to mind. But I mean, yes, I'm very funny.
Okay.
My filler name is always Carl.
Mine's Brian because of the comedian Lee Evans, which I don't know if any of you have even heard of, even though he's been in a bunch of American films.
Mine's Keith because it's such a horrible name.
Keith is a disgusting name.
Oh, I know.
Just think of it, Keith.
My go-to is Philip. Just Philip. It works.
I like Philip a hole, but that's really. Fuck's sake. I like Sinatra because he's never heard anything ever.
I never heard that one.
Philip
about
a hole?
Phil
You've never heard
McCracken?
Philip a hole?
I've heard that one.
Or
I've never heard Philip a hole.
I woke up at the crack of dawn. She's a lovely girl, that
My
dawn.
mum had a boy
What about
called
Anus
Philip
Muncher?
Bubble.
Anus Muncher. Isn't that
Yeah.
just your porn name?
Do you have
Yeah.
you guys ever heard the red tapes?
No. What's that?
So there's a guy who had a bar in Boston, and some kid in Boston, some kid would prank call him the same way Bart would prank call Mo.
Okay.
And this fucking dude would be like, "Come down here and I'll slit your throat, you piece of shit.
Do you think?
Come here, you yellow boy."
So he was like the real Mo.
Yeah, and no, it's like this guy was a man's man. And then someone finally called him with the Mel Gibson sound. And Mel Gibson's like, you're gonna smile and blow me. And the guy's like, "Come down here, I'll give you something to suck on, bitch."
And then he's just like, the Jews are the cause of every problem.
Oh, let me see if I can find you this video. This is my favorite video ever.
In a similar realm, one of my favourite things on YouTube is just when they use clips from characters from games and prank call people with that. My particular favourite being, I don't know if any of you have played Diablo 2, but there's
a long time ago.
Deckard Cain. And they'll phone up a call center. "Hello, I need your help. I need a hammer. I need a Roderick cube." And these people are like, "A what, sir?" I don't know why. It amuses the goddamn shit about me. "Diablo is moving in the east." Shit like that. Just.
I mean, those don't ever really get old.
I think it helps that it's an old man voice because they're like, "Oh, it's an old man. He's probably just confused."
Yeah, we need to
Just listen to his wisdom.
Listen to his wisdom. I need a metal headpiece.
Ah, yes. Metal headpiece.
The metal headpiece is the wisdom of
Some-
time. But yeah. And now silence. We're just going to have a moment of quiet.
Yeah.
So.
What, did you fart for real or did you?
She did a fart noise with her face. It's a skill she has that I've never seen before. It's quite impressive.
That's why I married her.
Women are useful.
Anyway, you lot. I haven't spoken to either Sinatra or Rags in ages. What have you two been up to? Apart from you, Sinatra, being fucked over. How's life? Cunt.
Well, life's been fine for me. Not really anything too noteworthy. I went full time with online stuff a few months ago, and
Are you super famous now?
I'm working on a move right now. Moving to a new place, bigger, better place.
I'm glad you're not too famous to hang
I watched
out with
your
us
mouse
cunts.
review. I watched your mouse review. That was hilarious. Did they actually give you a free mouse?
Yep.
And you're like, this is a piece of shit.
He ripped the shit out of that thing for almost an hour.
Do you know that's
$130 and you can have one.
that's on my list of things to watch. Jesus.
Yeah, well, honestly,
Ed
you didn't
made a
give me
video.
I don't really want it now.
I don't want it.
I
It's
made a
piece
video
of
2
shit.
weeks ago. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe you can pay Ed $30 to have it. It sounds like it's not a very good mouse. I need to watch that shit. I need to watch
I was
that.
watching that at work. I was like, Jesus Christ, these people.
I'm the only negative review on YouTube.
It was the reviewer part that got me upset. Like, like a bullshit Kickstarter like that isn't very surprising. But if it were just that, maybe I'd be like, oh, whatever. But the fact that the one girl who didn't even fucking use it before she gave it a good score, like it was in the fucking packaging, and she was like, yeah, it's got a joystick. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah,
it's a
that's
10 out
good.
of
It has a
10.
joystick. It's really clean before I've taken it out of the package.
She kept saying, like, if you're a professional gamer, then I'm not really a professional gamer, but you can like use this mouse.
Gamer, and you take this really seriously. This mouse is for you. It has my recommendation. Now I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
wait
not
to
using
use it. And
Rags
my
videos don't
fucking
usually
God.
make me upset, but that one actually made me like,
Oh,
physically
God.
Dude,
upset.
just go to YouTube and type in like Lexip 3DM Pro or 3DM mouse, and you
Yeah.
can watch all the reviews, and a lot of them are bad. Now, I barely like scratched the surface on how all these shit reviews were.
A lot of the
Oh my
reviews
God.
are bad. They're not
Oh,
bad
they're
reviews
terrible.
as in this is a bad product, but
Now, did
The
they actually
reviews
pay
themselves are
you as
terrible.
well, or did they just?
No,
give
they
you
didn't
mouse?
pay me. Some people did get paid. They didn't even offer to pay me, and I was very offended. I wanted
they
them
might
to
have figured out
offer
that
me
okay, let's have a look
so
at
that
this
I could
guy's stuff.
turn it down.
He might fuck us.
There's
Let's
that
just
video
give
if
it
you
to
wanna
him, and
watch.
hopefully he won't completely bone us.
Yeah,
What
I
do
mean,
you got there,
it's like
Sinatra?
what is it, like $150 or something like that?
It's 100. You can get it for 120, like 224, but that's like the early adopter Kickstarter price.
Right.
Other than that, it's going to be like 130.
Yeah, that's a sin. But yeah, I have to imagine that the people who are giving it good reviews are getting paid for it.
Do you
I
guys want to
hope.
see that video? It's just a
No.
minute. It's just a minute long. It's so
What
good.
is it?
It's the Mel Gibson calls the guy.
Oh, I don't know.
Someone spliced the Mel Gibson tape. Prank
It's
call at this
fine.
bar.
I had a look. It's fine. I don't want to
I
see
think
this shit.
Fucking hilarious.
I'm sure it's hilarious. People can find it on their Todd. Just post it in fucking normal
Yeah,
chat.
post it in chat.
Yeah, not our chat. The chat of the
It's in the Hangouts chat.
the plebs.
Yeah. Now that
that I love so much.
No, but if you post it in the main chat, then people who see the top chat later, they can fuck off and go watch that instead of the shitty
It's a
stream.
My Circle link.
I don't know, but anyway,
Oh, fine.
what were we talking about?
We were talking about shitty mouse that Rags reviewed.
Yeah, I love the fact that so they gave it to you, and they weren't completely confident in your ability not to say that it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it
Otherwise
doesn't
they
seem
would've
like
paid
they
you.
did. It doesn't seem like they did a lot of research. They were just throwing out
Oh yeah, they're just throwing the mouse out to people.
with a lot of.
Is it even
subscribers.
worth the effort of seeing if I could get a review sample? Is it that bad a mouse to get for free?
It seems like it's just a regular mouse with some useless features on it.
Right,
$130.
for $30. I mean, $30 isn't.
130.
Oh, I'm sorry, $130.
If it
never
were
mind.
$30
Fuck that mouse. If
If it were $30, I don't think he'd make the video.
If it was $30, I'd be like, yeah, it's sort
It's
of
alright.
interesting, I guess. Sort of.
Does it seem
interesting, I
like it's
guess.
worth $30? Maybe,
Probably.
probably.
I mean, it's
wow.
probably
That
maybe
is
I mean, you can
glowing.
get some really shabby mouses for $30.
Mouses.
Makes
You are the second person in 2 days I've heard use the term mouses for
You have-
mice.
Mice is wrong.
No, it's not.
Mice is wrong.
Your mum is wrong.
It's not a
Mice.
literal living mouse. It's mouses.
Doesn't matter.
Mice.
It's mice.
Mises.
Mises. There you go. That's better. Guinea. What is the plural of Guinness?
Please.
Guinea.
It's
Guinea.
really just Guinness, but
Guinness.
really high pitched.
Skinny.
May I have 3 Guinea?
Guinnesses.
Guinness eye.
Guinness.
That is an argument I've heard in pubs almost literally every time I've been into a pub. Because I make them start it and then I leave. You just walk up to a bunch of random people and say, "What's the plural of Guinness?" And then they'll be there for fucking hours. You've just made their night better because they're actually talking to each other. Fucking drunkards.
Just sitting looking at their stupid phones.
Staring at the sports on the TV. They don't care about the sport. They need to
It's
look
just
like
background
look
noise.
like they're in a bar alone on purpose.
Do you know what? I've never understood people who go to bars regularly on their own, and they're not even going to see their friends. They don't talk to anyone. They just sit in the bar. Is
Probably the
it
only
for the
social
atmosphere?
interaction.
I don't know.
Well, I would do that sometimes when I, after a long day at work.
No, but I don't mean like doing it once or twice. I mean every single fucking day. Like there
Yeah.
are people, I've worked in a number of
Well,
bars. and
then
there were
maybe they
people who
work there
come
and they
in-
go there every day.
No, there's sad old men who come in. I never worked at a bar, but I know people who have, and they'll say it happens, and I've seen it. When I worked the night shift, we used to go to a bar at 7:00 in the morning when we got off work. There was a bar down here that opened that early,
That sounds like the
and
world's best
you
bar.
knew it was time to go at 12 when all these same
Yeah.
old people started flooding in. But it was like a happening bar. It was interesting too because it was a really, really happening bar until around noon, because one of the reasons it was open early is because there's hospitals nearby and stuff like that. So all the nurses wanted to come in after their shifts, and security guards. So nurses and security guards they're going to treat it like it's any Friday night.
I've been around sick people. Give me a drink.
Yeah, I've had a rough time today.
Yeah, I mean that is quite a good idea. You've got the people coming in from late night work, and they do
exactly. And it was the only bar that was really open. Most bars open around 10, 11, but this bar was open at 7:00 in the morning when it was because that's when you can buy drinks again. You can sell drinks.
We had our pub would open from about 10, I think, because we served food. We served breakfast as well. So I would usually work from 10 till 10, and then I would go out from 10.
Yeah, but I mean,
till about 5 in the
didn't you
morning.
see the old barflies who were there every day?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And they were the most boring motherfuckers on the face of the planet, and they always had the same fucking stories. There was a guy, I can't remember what his name was, but we used to say, "What's more boring than watching paint dry?" Listening to him talk about watching paint dry. He was just, and he would. That's literally what he was, a fucking decorator.
Oh, okay. So he would literally talk about paint.
And he would
drying.
literally talk about painting walls, and I'm like, how has nobody killed you?
Too exciting.
Oh, I can't. I'm triggered. I'm triggered as fuck.
Yeah.
He was the worst. Don't
those were
work in
good.
pubs.
You made me miss those days. I miss working really late and then just having early morning Friday nights. Basically, is what they were like. It was like everybody was fucking with the jukebox. Everybody's playing pool and fucking going nuts, trying to hook up and everything. And it's like fucking 7:00 in the morning.
Well, with that kind of thing, like mine, not quite the same, but still, late nights through to early morning, just because it used to recharge me. Because I would work the next day another 12 hours, and I would do the same thing the next night. And then on the Sunday, nothing was open, so I went home and slept for like 3 days. I used to work basically.
You need to get rid of that fucking bullshit where Sunday everybody's closed on Sunday.
I mean, there were places open, but there was nothing open really late. But I used to work basically 36 hours over the weekend, and then the next 4 days I had off. But 2 of them was spent fucking sleeping because I would completely wreck myself doing that shit.
Dude, yeah, that's a tough job.
That's taken its toll, and I would never fucking work. I was fucking unemployed for a while in the job centre.
Wait, were you
trying
a
to send me to
bartender?
pubs. I was a bartender stroke. I ran the bar for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, I would never want to do that.
It wasn't good. Well, there was 2 bars in the place that I would, if there was a big party on, I was doing the party bar, and then if it was just normal work, the biggest problem with it was just standing there, and you always had to be sort of at the bar in case someone came in, because no one likes to walk into a pub and then see someone get up off one of the tables and walk over and get behind the bar. Not in a reasonably fancy place, which is what we had. So I had to stand behind the bar for.
As far as I go to, we expect that.
Yeah.
We want a half-drunk bartender at all times.
No. Although that bar.
Hey, I don't trust a bartender who isn't willing to drink his own product.
I
There you
don't
go.
like. I was willing to
Or her,
drink
where I
it.
go-
I
where I
wasn't
go-
allowed.
They only have like female bartenders.
It was
And
my
they're-
mum's pub, and she would get really fucking pissed off at me if I was drunk.
Female bartenders make bank too.
Oh, they absolutely do.
It's so fun watching them work in more the ways than one.
The pub that I worked at, there was 3 girls and 1 lad, and before the lad turned up, the tips that we got were basically whoever gave you the money, then you just put it in your pocket. That's where it used to be. But then it turned out that he wasn't getting anything because obviously he's a bloke.
Yeah, blokes don't
so
deserve
it
money.
ended up everybody had to put their tips in a pot and it got divided up.
Oh yeah.
It's almost as if men don't have any sort of privilege, or some shit like that.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no, that's not what I heard. That's such a shitty thing. Like everybody has privileges, and that other people don't to some degree.
Like men.
Yeah,
Tit
That have
A,
all the privileges.
like hashtag
tit
all
A,
men.
tit B.
He wasn't getting the money because sexism. Not against him though. It was for him, but it made him less money because patriarchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like.
Who's trying to get rid of ladies' nights these days? Is it the MRAs or the feminists?
Yeah, really.
Because that is such a mutually beneficial thing that I can't keep up with who's protesting.
Yeah, Jake Tapfer from Bar Rescue. You got to get the ladies in the bar.
I
That
Gotta.
actually reminded me of
I
something.
bounced for a local ladies' night, and a local well-known gangster type started on me, which
Oh, really?
was fucking horrifying. And
A
I
gang-
just had. He was.
You
just,
guys have well-known gangsters in the UK?
Yeah, like local fucking, like not like a super high-end gangster, but he was known
Muslims.
to have people have the absolute fuck kicked out of them by 20 big bald blokes. And he was angry at me. And I had to be so nice to this jumped up little shit. And it's
Wow.
like I could have. I'm 6'3" and I am big. Sinatra can attest. And this tiny little man.
Really?
Was, like,
How big is this
squaring
Sinatra?
right up to me, and he's like, "You fucking fat piece of shit! I'm gonna fucking," and it's like, must come.
Yeah, but
and he
yeah.
was pissed off that he wasn't allowed in because this wasn't a ladies' night. This was literally a no men night, and he was upset that he wasn't allowed in. And he wanted any excuse, but I'm a very controlled person, so I gave him no excuse. But he went to the pub across the road and kept staring at me. And I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I can't wait for this to be over. That was one of my shitter nights. And I didn't bounce for them again.
Talking about a ladies' night type thing, my dad used to go to this pub, and it was occasionally, like maybe like twice a month, they did a strip night where they had a girl come in and strip, basically.
Are you sure it wasn't a striper night?
Sniper.
Where they would apply stripes to various objects, such as the polling question.
Did someone run up to you and just draw down your face?
And
Yeah, now turn around. I'll keep my brush still.
and loads of women, like the local women, campaigned to get it shut down, and they ended up getting the manager kicked out of that place. And then a new person came in and had a women's night where there was a male stripper and nobody said shit.
Yeah, of course.
Hypocrisy? What's that? I don't know what hypocrisy. Someone said. Someone asked if the gangster type did they feed dead bodies to the pigs. I reckon he thought he was that much of a gangster, but he's probably too much of a pussy.
Bricktop, he'd be fucked.
Bricktop is a fictional character. Just so you know.
Even that.
What you've got to do is your body is you have to feed them.
Yeah, that's fictional. It's not like Wakanda.
Wakanda's
not
real.
like Wakanda, real country. Hashtag save Wakanda. They've got lots of kitty boxes.
Kitties.
Do you think
there are so many like little things in the Black Panther movie that are kind of racist towards black people. Like towards black people though, not towards white people. Like the ooking like monkeys.
The ooking, the spears.
The fact that they've got all this technology, but they still do like trial by combat.
I still don't understand why they don't. Like, it would have made sense if they'd have had Stargate style fucking staffs that fired things, because then it's still a spear, but it's actually got
but it's a
your
laser
amazing
spear.
Technology in it.
I don't know. I just look at this black ethno state that with its people who have all this advanced technology yet are still primitive people, and then I look at all the black people going, how can we make Africa better? Like Wakanda, like how can we make Africa?
How can we regress Africa?
Can we just take a bunch of somebody else's technology and not do
anything with it? You see, Wakanda should have just been full of people on fucking smartphones. That's what it would have been.
Yeah, really.
I'm just surprised there were
Africa.
I'm just surprised. I'm actually genuinely surprised that they took that they took like, this is our movie, instead of going, this movie's racist. I'm just surprised they didn't take that angle. Nobody can say anything bad about this movie, but I don't know, whatever. It's a little bit racist. I mean, it is too, this fictional world, black ethno state written by white men. Like, I can think of a million reasons to call this racist. Using their own logic, and they don't. They throw their fists up and pretend that this is something that's like the best thing that's happened to black people since being freed from slavery.
By white people.
Anyway, never mind.
Should go. This is his stream.
Is he gone?
He's peeing.
Let's just stay.
He didn't bother to tell us.
He did say he was peeing, but you guys were talking.
Well, now his fucking audience is just gonna get dead air.
Cool. Let's all just reflect. Let's reflect on Wakanda.
Reflect. Do we have to reflect on us?
Well, if the chat was listening to me, look at South Africa in a year.
Sorry, did the stream fall apart without me?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, literally.
Yeah. I went on a tangent about Wakanda, and nobody gave a shit.
I agree.
Oh, look at you got some support.
See, I have no idea what you said, but I'll back up my boy.
I said Black Panther is racist, and we should boycott it.
Yeah. Black Panther is legitimately racist, though. Like you said, not even against white people. It's just I can't believe that they're calling this the people are acting like. Did none of them look at it and go, "Motherfucker, you're making a spear
checkers"? A preconceived notion that this was their movie. So
I imagine there's plenty of. Well, I think the people who would have actually noticed how fucking racist it was were probably just out working and don't have time for fucking superhero movies.
Dude, I am so set up for disappointment about the Infinity Wars.
The trailer looks pretty fucking bad.
Really excited about it. I'm really excited, but it'll probably just be a milquetoast Marvel movie. But
it looks like there's just so much happening in it.
Yeah,
it's like, this has got to be a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, I'm really excited though. The trailers are really doing it for me.
I haven't watched enough of the recent superhero movies to keep up with most of them.
The Avengers is probably going to be self-contained. for the most part.
I rewatched Deadpool. That's still good.
That is a pretty solid
It's
movie.
actually really good. I
So they can officially legally they can merge now Deadpool in the Marvel universe, right? Because Disney owns Fox, right?
I don't know.
Does Disney own Fox?
I think so.
I think if they're smart, they probably won't,
What do you mean?
because it will ruin it.
No,
That's what
no.
they'll do. They'll just break
You
it.
gotta do something. You gotta sort something out.
Unless he just comes in, says cock, and then leaves.
I know. There's a lot of worry about Disney owning Fox because of, I guess, mainly because of Deadpool's R rating.
But I don't know. The trailers for the new Deadpool though are really, really good. Like, just because of how fucking random they are. I love the Bob Ross one with a passion, and the him changing in a the Superman style changing in a fucking phone booth. They're inspired. They're absolutely inspired, and I hope.
Well, the first one's marketing was amazing.
Well, yeah. Oh, they sold it as a fucking romantic movie, didn't they? Was one of
Valentine's
many.
Day. Yeah.
It was great, and as long as it keeps up, basically to the source material, fantastic. Isn't there a reference? He has like an action figure in the film of his shit Deadpool version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's just beautiful. They even got the mick taken out. The film had the mick taken out of them by was it Honest Trailers, because they stole one of the Honest Trailers joke. So Deadpool was in the Honest trailer of the fucking DVD release or something like that, and it's just great. It's basically the movie for the internet to me.
Kind of, yeah, it kind of is. It's
Internet
memes
the movie.
Yeah,
memes the movie. Yeah, and that's really all the comics. But see, the comics, the Deadpool comic, I did actually read that. Sinatra asked if we were comic. I did actually read the Deadpool comics.
Wow, you are a comic book nerd. You've read a comic book.
Yeah, they're notoriously they're notoriously not good. They're notoriously just ridiculous, and many of them are terrible.
The last comic book I read was a hardback, and it was a Predator comic book. And it had the shittest fucking ending. It was a self-contained story. And this guy showed me... there was this bit in it where there was, like, lava bubbles. That were big, hollow things. And the panel before... Here, the guy fighting the Predator, they're on top of the thing. And then they fall in. And then there's nothing. There's, like, a black panel. And then the next one is him holding the Predator's head. And so many people... who had read that went, oh, that's really cool, that's really great. And I thought, this is fucking bullshit. Someone had fucking something else better to do. It's like, I ain't fucking drawing a fight scene. That shit takes forever. I'll just fucking fade to black. Oh, look, he won. There we go. Give me my money. I was angry that I'd read.
That's how I would write comics.
That's probably why I didn't read any more comics after that, because I was just... You fucking prick-teasing bastard. I was hoping for some sort of climax. Like, he had his head, not body or anything. He'd obviously chopped it off at some point. And I didn't get any satisfaction from that, and I was mad. But everyone I knew said that it was a really cool ending, and I just thought, you don't know anything. Apparently I was an internet fucking critic at that point, but I know when I've been bullshitted, and I'd been fucking bullshitted on that one. But that was, God, that was a long fucking time ago. I read that. When did you read Deadpool?
Oh, I don't know, early 2000s, I guess. Whenever it was out. And, actually,
it was in your 20s.
Yeah, it was probably back in my 20s to early 20s.
What, are you a nerd?
Yeah, I guess. I read some comics. The only real comics I was ever into was Batman, mainly, and Spawn. I like Spawn when it was...
Spawn was pretty badass.
Yeah. I've been wanting them to make, like, a legit... The HBO animated show was amazing.
I was going to say, I watched... we had that on a different channel, obviously, but that was the one that was, like, uber violent, wasn't it?
Super violent, yeah.
Yeah, and it was really good.
I've and the movie just fucked it with the PG-13. The studios just destroyed that thing. So I've been waiting for them to do a genuine one, and Deadpool is like really opening a door here.
Someone mentioned Judge Dredd. If you're talking about the new film, by fucking really stretched standards, the one with Carl Urban with it in it,
Very good.
that was
It was
really
good.
fucking good. Why the
Yeah.
hell isn't there a sequel to that? I guess it didn't make much money or something. But what I really fucking loved about the Judge Dredd movie is the fact that he didn't take his helmet off. I mean, I rewatched the Stallone one,
Spoilers,
and
he
he
never
takes
takes his
his
helmet off.
he takes his helmet off almost immediately, and that kind of speaks volumes.
But
to
the Stallone one has this this PC culture
the
commentary. in it.
Stallone one is still fucking great. For
It's
good,
funnier.
bad
It's more
reasons.
of a comedy than I remember.
But the Judge Dredd with Carl Urban is really good, and he even makes the scowl right.
You know what I didn't see though? I didn't see the new RoboCop. I heard that was
I
kind
never
of
saw it either.
We watched the new RoboCop. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it also I couldn't tell you anything about it right now. I don't remember hating it,
Yeah.
but it's obviously not that fucking interesting.
To be honest,
either.
that's kind of how I felt about Judge Dredd. I liked it, but I still like I can't really remember it either. I thought it was a good movie, but it was like it is what it is kind of movie.
I don't know. I remember good chunks. Like there was a scene with a minigun where they fucking tear half the building open.
I remember that. Yeah,
There's some good little scenes in that.
it's a good action movie.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
guess
it's
I'm a
almost
little-
a pure action movie, but that kind of is right.
Yeah, I'm a
Judge
little
Dredd
less.
thing.
I'm a little less interested in action movies these days, so I kind of just wrote it off as a
I
really good
prefer
action
a
movie.
good romantic comedy.
I
There
mean-
wasn't enough Hugh Grant in this one, being
No, I think
charmingly
I just
English.
had. I think I just had like Die Hard.
Charmingly English.
I think I just had Die Hard overload in the 80s and 90s, so I just don't care anymore.
Oh man, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, though. Correct?
Yes,
No-
yes, the
no
first one
argument.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Good. I glad I don't have to defriend all of you.
I saw somebody with I saw somebody with the actual. Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho, or whatever.
Yeah.
The sweater. So they actually make that sweater, and I was like, kind of want that.
Is that? I don't think it is, but that's
It is.
almost
You
as
can-
bad as having the bad motherfucker wallet.
No, the bad motherfucker wallet's cool.
No, it's not though, because
Yes, it
it was
is.
sold in nerd shops, and half the
I am
nerds I
both.
knew
I
had
am
one.
a good boy, and I have never once fucked my mother.
I am both good and shit, and do not
I'm
play
good,
with my
even
drink.
though I have never fucked my mother.
No. If you have a bad motherfucker wallet and you're not,
A bad motherfucker.
yeah, then you're not.
I gave
cool.
my
But if you're-
mom's
Dude,
pussy a good
Sinatra.
stretching once, though.
Do you have a bad motherfucker wallet?
No. I
Good,
don't.
because you don't
I'm sick-
deserve one. You haven't earned that shit.
I haven't done bad motherfucker time yet.
Hmm.
If I do bad motherfucker time, I can get the wallet. It's part of the club.
Does YouTube time count?
Nah, because I hit 4,000 hours a month ago and they're still not monetizing me. So I'm not that bad.
I got to touch base with Day is Dead. We got her there.
Oh, she's not going to get monetized. My fucking account will be unbanned before they monetize me.
Yeah, but then again, it's you versus her. Like her
Yeah.
stuff isn't that controversial.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
true.
has tits.
So I would actually wonder if
Not
they
that you
monetize
don't,
that.
but hers are
I'm gonna
really
ask
nice.
her right now.
And on that note, I'm going to drop out of here. I got my own thing I got to do.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
All right, thanks for having me on.
We've been going for a while. We could probably wrap up now. We're running out of shit to talk about anyway.
We talk about movies. Could talk for fucking ever.
It's true.
All right, thanks for having me on, Mental Gin.
All right, later, man.
See
Catch you
guys.
later, dude.
Okay, where's the fucking? Oh, there to see you.
How do I hang up?
I don't know how to internet. Right, so we've decided crypto miners are bad. Movies are good when they're good.
School shooters are because of John Wayne.
John Wayne is Hitler.
Well, hi there, Pilgrim.
Hi there, you Jewish son of a.
Do you not like your classmates? Well, I got the thing for you.
Still,
Have some problem with your math homework?
this is a gun. Go shoot your teachers.
If there's no teacher to grade your paper, there's no grade.
Oh my god! I think we might have to make that.
Yeah.
The John Wayne school shooting tutorial.
Now remember, little Timmy, it's the pioneers who take the arrows to the back.
Isn't there a fucking video of him? And there's this little kid who's like, I don't know how to swim, and he just grabs the kid and chucks him in some water. It's one of the best things I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's how we used to teach kids how to swim. We just threw them in.
Also, my favorite line.
If they didn't drown, they passed.
Yeah, my favorite line from a John Wayne movie.
The old Spartan treatment.
There's a sheriff who's passed out in his room, and he walks up to him, and he says, "Hey, wake up!" And the sheriff's like, "What are you looking at?" He says, "I'm looking at a drunk with a fuck. I'm looking at a tin badge with a drunk pin to it. I fucked it up. Kill myself."
I ale you or a wish.
But it's good shit. Yeah, I'm fucking up John Wayne lines, so that's definitely time to quit.
It happens.
But yeah, it's been fun. Apart from my existential crisis at the beginning, yay.
Existential crisis.
I think after enough alcohol, I finally sorted my fucking shit out.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. It's been fun. And thank you, Rags, for turning up.
Well,
thank
sure.
you, Ed, for turning up. And we will catch you next time. Bye.
All right. See you, everybody.